Yo, welcome to vlog number 21, where I talk about mostly stuff that interests me and I might find interesting enough to share about. All right, where should I start? It's been actually a pretty uneventful week in terms of all my physical activity. And as for the summer cut, of course, obviously we have finished it and there is not much more to add. I am currently working on a recap that is gonna be like a 2 hour long video or something of that sort, where I talk about all the things that I learned and we go about all the weeks and the deload weeks and everything that has to do with the diet and just talk about it and maybe you guys can learn or take away something from it for your own cut and apply and maybe it's useful. But anyways, it's gonna come out in a few days and I just need to find more time and finish it. Basically, just wrap it up. As for anything else, as I said, it's not really anything special that happened during this week, especially in terms of the physical activities that I'm doing, as I am still recovering from surgery. I'm not going to go into detail what is actually going on, but just let's say like this: there's a lot of blood. I cannot sit. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm eating painkillers like Tic Tacs, and yeah, but it's I think 10 days now after surgery, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better. The pain is getting much more manageable, and yeah, it's overall we're on the uptrend. So looking very much looking forward to having less pain in in the next few days, and I'm thinking it's gonna be great. However, let's talk about stuff that moved me during this week, and I can't really show you footage or talk about anything that is too grasp, but more over, I'm gonna go over some stuff that happened on the internet, on the interwebs, and maybe that's gonna be interesting for you guys. There's gonna be some political, some religious, and some sexual orientated topics, maybe triggering for some of you people, but it's just what I'm feel is moving me right now or what I find interesting, and maybe it's interesting for you as well. So and interesting enough for me to share, and you guys might find joy in checking these people out that I'm about to share you or talk about. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave the links in the description. Of course, you guys can check them out. Tell me what you say in the next stream that when I'm online, which is gonna be a little bit later. I'm gonna play more Elden Ring, but yeah, I'm gonna come to that as well in the next few minutes. All right, so let's go about a few things. First of all, in the crypto market, it's looking pretty juicy. We are currently knocking on the 67K mark once again. And yeah, as for the regular finance market, everything is losing value. The dollar is losing value. Everything is going down, and the BTC is going up. So that is a great news for us, of course. If you're not so much into finance or Bitcoin yourself, um, just ignore this. But just know it's for everybody else. Just know we're looking on the uptrend, and it's very exciting times as we are looking for a new all-time high. So let's see what it's gonna become. But yeah, very very interesting times. I'm gonna go about these topics in a very unsorted manner, just having some sort of like a gonna go with anime now. So I'm still watching the Near Automata animes, and I'm currently at episode 7, I think, and it's a very very philosophical anime, very thoughtful. Absolutely not meant for children, though children can definitely enjoy it. As for the animations are amazing and everything, but yeah, it's more of a targeted for a mature audience, and still looking forward to finishing this one a second time. Last time I watched it, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I didn't really understand the themes of all the episodes too much, but currently in my life, it's somehow came back to me that all these philosophical questions and just the question of meaning of life and stuff is coming back to me in a way that it is getting somewhat more important, and yeah, just taking another look at it. It's definitely an interesting approach for me currently. As for the boys season 4, holy shit, what the fuck happened last episode? I have never watched the or checked out the cartoons or the comics rather. So we're only watching the series. I don't want to spoil you guys, and I would really much appreciate if nobody else spoils me. But what is currently happening in the series is absolute bad shit, crazy. A lot of people are just dying out of the blue, and it's twists and double twists and turns that are unexpected. And yeah, I'm very invested in the show currently, as it's fourth episode, and it's now I think the seventh episode. It's four seasons, and now the seventh episode deep. Very very cool stuff happening, very gory, very bloody. So if you're a fan of just lunacy and crazy stuff happening on the screen, you can definitely check it out. And then I came across over this video, so there's gonna be a few videos that I'm gonna talk about there that are pretty recent, came out in the last week or this week, and this is one of them. This is Nomad Capitalist. He's basically some. Uh, he's a nomad. If you don't know what a nomad is, it's people that don't have a real they live on the internet basically. They travel from country to country, have multiple assets in multiple countries, and he's talking about current, former, and future relations of different countries. A little bit more biased on the financial or investment kind of side, but still generally really interesting what he's talking about. His take on the things I think I really like. He himself has several apartments, or how do you say, residence in multiple countries, and he was also visiting more than 100 countries. So I really appreciate what he's saying, and I really much respect it. So anyways, you can check him out for sure. I think you're gonna get some value out of this. As I said, it's like a future former and past relations of countries, and the developments of how they're gonna of what might become of them, and where you could live or think about living in the future. And it's not something that's short term. This is a long term kind of deal that you're checking out. But yeah, I find it really interesting. Another channel that I really like is Finding Sky. This is a girl, a lesbian woman that I really appreciate all of her thoughts and feelings. Mostly unbiased, and it's a lot of what she's saying I really appreciate and like. It's just very honest. And in this particular video, she's talking about how she wants to be religious, but she's gay. So there's this eternal conflict of the church. I'm gonna say church instead of religion right now. I don't know why. Of the church being an enemy to gay people. And as far as I'm concerned, I really don't have anything against gay people. It's everybody's own business who they're humping. As long as you're not humping my girl, it's all right with me. So, but yeah, it's a eternal conflict that just does not go hand in hand, and it's always gonna be a war within these within the communities on both sides. And it's just sad to see. But this is her take on it. Check out her channel. She's a really interesting girl, and she's got a lot of nice takes on a very a lot of controversial topics that I really much appreciate watching. And I can watch her for hours. It's very interesting. Check it out for sure. I'm gonna leave the link in the description as well. And then I came across the Goobie and Doobie channel. This guy is an absolute gigachart. He was a neurosurgeon for I think 20 years, and he left it all. Left the money, left all the good life, just to be alone in the mountains. He's not really alone. He still has his dog and his wife, but yeah, he's talking about how society and the work society in specifically is just a little bit of a corrupt and wrong ideology that he does not want to be part of. And a lot of what he said ringed home to me. And it's a very interesting channel. But most of all, these past videos, he's got an update video on onto this one as well, and I find it very interesting. So you guys can definitely check him out. I'm gonna also leave the link in the description. And as you guys also know or might have heard, the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, I think he's gonna become president just because of this event alone. But I think what happened here is definitely something that is gonna, like, this is gonna be written in history for for big time. And what's gonna unfold now and develop in the future is gonna be very interesting to follow. Um, it is this video in particular. I'm also gonna leave the link in the description. Is him, or like rather his point of view of what actually exactly happened during the day of his assassination. And yeah, I find it just very interesting to check it out. USA is always the frontier in all kinds of aspects, in many aspects of many countries, and it's something that you don't really want to miss if you're not living on the moon or under a rock, in my beliefs. Definitely check this out and follow it as well, because I deem it to be very interesting. Then on Joe Rogan, there was um, a guest called Annie Jacobsen. She has a very nice take or very interesting points of views. In this episode, particularly, she was talking about a nuclear war, a scenario that could be coming with a nuclear war. And of course, nuclear war is also permanently surrounding us. It is a topic that is very controversial as well, but somehow not really too far away. So that it is something that people could see happening, and therefore I think it's very, very interesting to see and just talk about and share opinions about it. And yeah, she's written a book, as I said, called "The Nuclear War: A Scenario," and she's just elaborating on it during this podcast, and I really, really like it. So I'm gonna leave the link to the description as well. You're gonna have to have Spotify for this one, or might be out on YouTube as well. But yeah, it's definitely something worth checking out for. As in terms of games, next week is gonna be the new Hearthstone expansion. I'm pretty much looking forward to it. Been playing a few card games, a few games of cards myself, just to prepare for the expansion. I can't wait. So far, every expansion we rocked really hard. I stocked up almost 6k gold now, so we're gonna be able to buy 60 packs. It's gonna be really nice. And yeah, let's see what's gonna happen with this with this fucking game. Every time the expansion hits, something more ludicrous is happening, like way more RNG than you think. But yeah, that's how it is. So we are playing this game for too long, so that's why we're just gonna keep being interested in it. And then lastly, of course, I'm still playing Elden Ring and I'm enjoying it really much. I'm just completely bound to my chair as I'm recovering. I don't want to move at all, and I can't really move at all unless it's really, really necessary, like as in buying groceries or something like that. So I'm just playing Elden Ring for most of the time. Within the last 3 weeks, I think I accumulated almost 150 hours of gameplay. Absolutely crazy, but I enjoy the game just so much, and it was absolutely worth every penny. It's a masterpiece in my opinion, and it's absolutely crazy how much value I got from it, and the topics that the game touches upon is also insanely crazy. There's a big of a touch from George R. Martin, and then I think his name was Miyazaki, the the most of the game, or most of the lore written by him. He's a Japanese dude, and he's absolutely batshit crazy. So yeah, the lore is really, really something that you have to check out, even if you're not into games or playing the game yourself, or just starved for time in and not being able to play the game. It is something worth checking out, and yeah, I just think it's a really, really interesting thing, and it's a lot of fun. So we're gonna play more Elden Ring today as well, and I think by next week I should be finished with the whole game, and then I'm just gonna keep on playing and figure out more stuff, more builds, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting stuff. Okay, I think that is it, guys. We went through this quite nicely, quite fast. That's how I wanted it to be. So as I said, not too many things happening besides just me checking out these news and articles. And this is basically my life right now, is just recovering from surgery and checking out these things, learning and being interested in stuff. And yeah, apart from that, I'm pretty much done with my business plan for my business. If you are interested, I'm currently waiting again for another approval, which looks which should be pretty positive. And yeah, we're gonna just wait now and just hope for the best. But I'm gonna keep you guys up to date on that. And my neck situation is really good. My neck feels really nice, really stable. But also I'm not stressing it currently as there are no workouts. As for workouts, I might try doing something tomorrow, but I'm still recovering, still in the surgery. I'm very, very much afraid that there's gonna be sweat coming into the wound or me ripping open the wound or something. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take it very slowly. But during the next week, I might start a little bit more of a to get more active again. I'm really much itching for working out, and yeah. Other than that, my diet currently consists out of the standard diet, the bro foods that I had. Like I'm keeping my protein high, not too high. I'm around like 150, 160-ish grams. Though I'm not counting calories, it's all in my head. I still know all the macros by heart. But mostly it's just carbohydrates. And where is it? I got a glass of Nutella here somewhere. I'm just addicted to this. Carbs are in general, guys. It's the biggest drug there ever, and food companies are getting you hooked up on the carbs and sugars, and it's crazy. I'm absolutely a victim by now, and yeah, but I love it. What can I say? It's cool. We are definitely gaining a little bit of weight, but it's all in a it's all good. So I'm weighing in at in between 92 to 94 kg at the most max. Every day it's fluctuating, of course, because of water, but I definitely notice the water flux just goes up as the more carbohydrates I consume. But yeah, that should be it, guys. Quick recap for what happened, and stay tuned for whatever is good to come. I'm gonna keep you guys up to date, and I hope you guys find it interesting just as I did. And that is it, guys. I want to thank you all for coming by during the streams and saying hello. It really means a lot to me. And have the greatest weekends of your life, guys. Take care of your loved ones. Say hello if you haven't seen them for a while. Take care of your neck, guys. Take care of your health. It's the most important thing. Once that's gone, you actually realize how important it is. It is number one. And yeah, that is it, guys. GG. Thank you. Bye.